What is up, guys? Drake here from Driven by Drag. Today we'll be working on the 240. Specifically, we're going to be finishing up the speakers in the car. So at the moment, the front speakers for the 240, they haven't worked ever since I bought the car. They have not worked. But the rear speakers do, and I've only been going off the rear speakers for the last 2 years I've had the car. And today I figured, why not finally finish the whole thing? So I will be going over how to swap the speakers out, how to bypass the stock amplifier, and I'll just go step by step on how to do it, just in case if you're a 240 owner like me and you need help on doing this, you can come to this video and then you'll have everything you need in this video to do your own radio, speaker, bypass, all that. I do want to come out and say that I have upgraded the audio quality on the camera. The last video I did, the quality was complete dog shit. So I went ahead and I bought a $90 microphone attachment for my camera. I'm hoping it sounds a lot better, and hopefully I don't have to switch to another microphone system. I'm hoping that this works out perfectly fine. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna grab all the tools I need, and I'm going to set up a little bit. I'm also gonna go and give y'all an update on the Audi Quattro. The other day I went to AutoZone, I got myself a compressor kit, and I also got myself some Rust-Oleum just primer spray, just so I can cover up the rust spots on the Quattro, and I just don't want it to rust. So I also went and bought a car cover for the Quattro, just because it's going to be sitting outside until I can get a spot in the garage for a while. And so far, this car cover has been doing good. It's been protecting it from the rain. Last time it did rain, and I did have the car cover on this, water did leak through the trunk and into the hatch on the trunk, which was a very big problem, which told me that I had to get a car cover now before the next time it rained, which I managed to do that, and as you can see, it already protected the car from the rain. So I'm gonna put this stuff in the car, and I'm gonna go and grab my toolbox out the back. Oh my God, so much to be done to this car. You know, I've actually found out there is a little, I think there's rust below this here, because if I push down right here, it just, I don't know if you can hear that. It's just crunching. But when I feel underside of it, it looks completely fine. So I have no idea what that's about. I'm hoping it's nothing bad. So let me just put this stuff in here. We'll do this different time, different later date. The reason why we're not doing that today is because when I tried starting the car last video and I couldn't, I found out that the battery it gone to shit. Gone forever, and a new battery is $250, which I do not have at the moment. So whenever I get paid next, I'll buy the battery, and then we will get this thing running. I'll do a compression test so I can see if it's a gasket or head gasket leak. If not, perfect. We'll continue, buy a new fuel injector, test to see if it is a fuel injector or a spark issue, and then I'll also go ahead and start ripping out the interior, and I will cover up all the rust spots and all the one hole on the rust down there, and then it should be good. Hopefully it is not a head gasket blown. You know, when I bought the Quattro, I didn't think it was going to be a hatch, but apparently it's a hatch, so I got me a hatchback, I guess. And so I did rip off one of the trim pieces, and I completely fucking broke in 15 different fucking places because this plastic is very brittle. But as you can see, where was it leaking from? If I just, okay, well, I don't know. There was water coming out of this hole right here. If I put my finger in it and feel around, yeah, like that. You see that? Not good. It's all wet, and there's some shit in it. Yeah, it's just all gooey and wet in there. So that's a big problem. But I don't see any rust forming yet. And there was stuff coming out this hole here. the water coming out there. But I managed to get most of it out. It's just like a little bit in there. I'm just gonna, every week I'm gonna make sure that there's no rust growing under here, because this, I bet this trunk is very expensive. Just like everything else on this car is very expensive. And yeah, so the Quattro will be worked on in a later date. But for now, we're gonna do the 240. And I gotta grab my toolkit. So I'm gonna start off bypassing the amplifier, because that's just what I feel like doing. And then afterwards, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to install a speaker with. All right, let's get started. So in the S240 S14s, your amplifiers are gonna be in the trunk, which will be right up here. It's these two things. The one on the left here is for your front speakers, and the one on the right here is for the rear speakers. So for right now, I'm just gonna do the front, because the fronts aren't working. The rear does. The amplifier is still shit, but I believe that this one is blown, so that's why I just want to do this one first. So I'll just show y'all how to do that. All you need a heat gun. You need some of these solder seal wire connectors, and then you need a wire cutter like this. You can get all this shit for like, I'd say 50 bucks. The heat gun probably the most expensive thing, but like these and the seal connector, it shouldn't be that much money. You could probably find some already in your household. But let me just get started with just cutting the wires, and I'll show you what wires to cut. Oh fuck! God damn it! Hit my fucking head. Anyways. So I am in the back of my trunk right now, and what you want to do, you want to first disconnect the battery so you don't fucking kill yourself. I'm just kidding. 12 fucking volts can't kill you, but it can shock you. So, and it could fuck up a fuse or something that you don't even know. So please disconnect your battery before you touch wires. Next, you want to disconnect the connectors on your amps. It's simple. You just push down on this and pull out. It should come right out. So these are the wires for the front speaker. The wires we're gonna be cutting, we're gonna cut all of them besides like one or two, because we're gonna need the pink. We need to cut the pink, the white, the black, these blue wires, and the brown wires. I don't know what this green one does, so we'll probably just leave it as that, but we will have to cut majority of these off. And then don't cut like too high. Actually, you know what? Do whatever the fuck you want. It's your car. I'm not gonna cut too high, because if I ever wanted to sell the car, which I'm probably not going to, I'm probably gonna want to reconnect the factory amplifier, so it seems like my car's bone stock and I can get more money out of it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the wires. I got all the wires cut and stripped. So basically how this is gonna work, the brown wire, or sorry, yes, the two brown wires will hook up to the black, and the white wire, this is the white wire right there, or a creamish, whatever you want to fucking call it. And then the two blue wires are gonna connect to the other blue wire and the pink wire. Now, again, just to repeat it, the two brown wires go to the brown and white wire. The blue wires go to the blue and pink wire. This is just for the front. And then all you're gonna wanna do is connect them, and then put a little like sleeve on them, heat gun it up, and then you should be good. Or you could, there's many ways of connecting them. You can use my janky ass method, which was to just fucking, you know, don't even do this method. Do the method I'm talking about. So much better, looks so much easier. Yeah. All right, so I just finished up the wiring. As you can see here, the two browns went to the white and the black, and then the two blue wires go to the pink and go to the other blue. And that should be it. These two other wires don't matter. It's just these right here. So I'm just gonna be doing the front wiring today. I'll probably do the rear some other day, but since I'm already back here, I'm gonna tell y'all what goes with what. It's literally the exact same thing of just wiring these together, but for this, so it's actually a lot easier. So the two pink wires go together, the red and the purple wire go together, the two green wires go together, and the two blue wires go together. There are three blue wires. It's the two blue wires that look like the exact same. So you see those gray things there? It's those two wires. Ignore the green and red striped one, and ignore the last blue wire. And it's just like this. Do the exact same thing for these, just onto here, and then you should be good for bypassing your amps. I'm just gonna plug this back in because it still works, and then I'm gonna go test to see if my front speakers work yet. Now I do already have one of my JBL speakers installed on this side. I've yet to do the other side, which is what we're going to do. Both of them are the exact same things. It's just like installing the rear speakers as well. All the speakers are the same. It's just two wires, cut them, and you solder them. No, I wouldn't say solder, but you connect them to your new ones. So, let me turn this down. So, the bypassing the amplifier does work. As you can hear, I'm playing a song right now. There is noise coming out of my front speakers, which I'm very happy about because it's been 2 years without front speakers. So yeah, let's move on to the passenger speaker and installing that. So to do the speakers in your door, first of course you have to simply take the door off. So there's going to be a screw right here you gotta take off, and then you gotta take this piece of trim off. You got to pull this out. Mine's already broken, and probably yours too because they're all broken. Disconnect those two connectors. On the passenger side, it's just one big connector, which is easier. And then at the bottom here, you have 3 screws you gotta unscrew, and then it should be ready to come out. I'll get back to y'all once I get the door off, and then I'll show you what to do next. And just like that, the door card is off. If you want to go down here, your old speaker should be right here. Just unscrew that. There's going to be 4 screws. Just unscrew it, take that out, and then I recommend taking this off too, because this wire, you don't really have much room to play with here with this wire. There's only a little bit left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, I'm going to extend it, and then I'm going to heat it together, connect it to the JBL speaker, and then just put it all in. It should be that hard. It should be like 5-10 minute job. So I unfortunately couldn't record the wiring up the speaker and all that because the battery on the camera is about to die. So I'm gonna make this quick, and I'll put some photos in and I'll explain it to you. So you're gonna need 2 female connectors on both ends of the wire. You can extend the wire if you want to make it easier on yourself, or you can just use the old wire. For the wire that has the stripe on it is the negative wire. For that, you're gonna want to use you're gonna want to use different colors. So I used a blue wire for the negative and a white wire for the positive. You just want to heat gun them both together, and then take the female connectors, put them onto the wires itself, and then connect the speaker, put your speaker in, and then it should work. It's simple as that. It's not rocket science. I'm gonna start the car here in a second, and then I'm gonna test the speakers and see how they work. So let's choose a random song on here. What playlist do you want to do? Let's do my rally playlist, and then we'll do this one. I still have to bypass the rear speakers for the amplifier, so that's why the back sound a little shit when the bass drops. But honestly, this is very much an improvement for me. I haven't had front speakers in 2 years, and now I have front speakers, so that's good. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you.